To graph this quadratic function, I first need to determine the vertex. And recall that the vertex is determined by the h value and the k value. Also, keep in mind that h is going to be the opposite of the value that you see inside of these parentheses. This tells me that the vertex is going to be -2, since -2 is opposite of +2, and then we're going to get 3. To plot the vertex, I'm going to go 2 units to the left, and then I'm going to go 3 units up. Now I'm going to use the pattern of change in order to determine how far up or how far down I need to go in order to plot the next point on the graph. I need to use the a value. My a value is -2, so I'm going to multiply 1, 3, 5, and 7 by -2. And doing these calculations, 1 times -2, I'm going to get -2. 3 times -2 is -6. 5 times -2 is -10. And finally, 7 times -2 is -14. To complete the graph, I'm going to go back to my vertex, and I'm going to go 1 unit to the right, and now I'm going to go 2 units down. That's going to bring me 1, 2, right here at -1, +1. Now I'm going to begin at this second point, and I'm going to move to the right 1 unit, but this time I'm going to go down 6 units. So to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm here at the coordinate 0, 5, -5. And just as a note, you're always running to the right 1 unit. The only thing that's changing is how far down or how far up you're going, and again, that's determined by this a value once you multiply it to the pattern of change, which is 1, 3, 5, 7. Also note that I'm not going to be able to plot the next point because I'm going to have to go down 10 units, and if I run to the right 1 unit and if I try to go down 2 units, I'm no longer going to be inside of the graph. It's at this point that I'm going to reflect the points that I was able to plot, and for that I'm going to use this mirror line, which is also referred to as the axis of symmetry, and the axis of symmetry cuts through the vertex. Now I'm just going to see how far away my point or each of these points is from the axis of symmetry, beginning with this one. Here this is 1 distance away, so the reflection should also be 1 distance away. I'm going to record the reflection in blue. If I turn to the next point, the second point here, that's 2 distances away from the axis of symmetry, so the reflection should also be 2 distances away from the axis of symmetry. And now that I reflected each of these points, I can create the curve, and you have a sketch of the parabola.